Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing, continuing on with the team season, the first team season on race 6. So we are now past the halfway point. So let's see if any of the teams further down can try and pick up some points into the second half of this season. And will the Thunderhawks carry on their good streak? And the finishers actually, will they be able to keep up their good streak as well? They've been very consistent, two very consistent teams, but can they keep it up through the second half? So speaking of teams, let's introduce them once again, starting with Just in Time representing the Astronauts, then Boer for the Balls of Steel, Snorker representing the Blue Skies. We have Cheese and Diamond Swords for the Dodgeballs. This time around it will be Diamond Swords representing. Then Budo for Espresso Express. Demon for Eternal Darkness. Shady Plays and Real Space Comet for Green Slushies. Space Comet will be stepping up today. Baz and Dazza for the Rapid Rollers. It'll be Dazza's turn. The captains did race in the last one. Alice representing the Snowballs. Cosmic Crimson for the Speed Demons. Magic Monkey and MMA Beefcake for the finishers. It'll be Beefcake's turn to try and keep that momentum going. Barto for the Thunderhawks, going solo this season, proving to be very effective for them. Pesky Bird for the Ultraviolets. And Wood and Stormy for Vexed. Stormy will be representing this time around. And will they be able to pick up some more points? Not so good in the previous races of this season, so they'll be hoping to try and grab a few more in this race. So now over to the track. Race 6 on the competitive flat race. See Shady in the chat, hello. Just woke up, well, good morning then. Here for the whole time, that is good to hear. So, competitive flat race. We'll be doing 10 laps around this track. So let's get our racers into their positions. Barto starting from the back once again. Side by side with Beefcake, but proving that that will not stop him. As the last race proved, starting on the back row does not mean you're going to stay there. Because I think Thunderhawks and finishers were both back row starters on the previous race and showed that anything can be done from the back if you try hard enough. Beefcake finally made it here early. Good stuff, good stuff. Nice to see you in the chat. And you're representing your team today. So good race to come and watch. And we have the green slushies being repped by Space Comet for this race, starting up at the front after a not so good race previously. Shady, you were in the previous race representing the green slushies. It is Space Comet's turn this race. So for those who aren't aware, if you missed the layout for the team races, it alternates between team members. So each team will have a member representing. The very first race will be the team captains, and then the following races will be the members below. If there's only one member, then there'll only be one person representing the whole thing. Otherwise, it'll alternate from race to race. I'm going to add the YT on the end of Space Comet. I can do in the future races, but not for this one, as we've already got things on the move. So let's get the lights counting down. They're off into the first set of spinners. Daza and Buddha with the better breakaway. Buddha actually moving up to first. Daza being chased by Crimson, Stormy, Snorker and Boer. See, Beefcake has made their way up to the middle of the pack. So has Barto. Already making progress up the field. Stormy's moved up into second. Demon's moved up into first. A very strong start for the two of them. Fido's managed to jump the spinner. Moved up into second past Stormy. Then Boer, Snorker and Daza just behind. Then Beefcake, Diamond Swords. Daza getting set back. Barto with a bounce backwards as well. Just in time, Crimson and Pesky Bird just behind. Then at the back we have Alice and Space Comet. See Cheese in the chat as well. Hello Cheese. Welcome to the race. Welcome to the chat. Got Diamond Swords representing the Dogeballs today, so you're going to have to cheer them on. Don't know if you've seen the previous race from today yet. I won't spoil anything, but I highly recommend watching to anyone in the chat. So Boer with a big jump up into the lead now. Everyone's still grouped together, so not much spreading out happening early on. This could be a chance for Space Comet to try and pull some positions for the green slushies. You haven't, but you've opened the meme page, so you've had a few spoilers. I haven't looked at the meme page in a while after that suggestion. So at some point I'll probably react to all the memes in the Discord. Beefcake getting slowed down quite a lot, losing many positions. Demon blocking Daza, so Daza's going to drop a few spots. But Boer is breaking away in the lead. Snorker into second. It's going to get a bit stuck, means Buddha's going to come through and take that spot. So's Demon, moving up to third. Snorker's going to block out Diamond Swords and Stormy. Stormy's going to get overtaken by Daza and Crimson. Barto, say, just behind, and then Space Comet in the last point scoring position. Is flat speeders in the team season? It is not. You'll find the track list in the Discord, but it will be returning in season 2 of the individual season. Can someone stop the King Barto reign of terror? I wonder. So Boer's flying off ahead, Buddha in second, trying to break away from the main pack. Snorker in third, Demon fourth, Pesky Bird in fifth. Diamond Swords and Stormy side by side for positions. Crimson is gaining time on Stormy. And with a bad bounce for Crimson, Dazzler's going to get through. I'm past Diamond Swords. Stormy gets past Diamond Swords as well. So Stormy trying their hardest to try and pick up some points for Vex this time around. We're currently with the fastest lap. Huge target on his back right now. Yeah, Barto is the one to beat currently. Not looking too good in the first part of this race for Barto and Beefcake, both with a strong start, moving up a few spots from there, from starting at the back, but have now fallen down again. And they do something about it. So Budo managing to get past Boer. The battle going on up at the front. There's a new section. Yeah, I'd be interested to see the new changes to some of the tracks. I know Flat Speeders has always got changes happening, so when the new season comes about, I'll give it a test. And take a look at the changes for the next season. So Snorker gaining on Boers. Boers losing a bit of time. Diamond Swords making a gap away from Pesky Bird. Demons drop to 6th. Stormy in 7th. Dazza, Space Comet, Crimson and Barto all grouped together. Barto trying to go around the outside, but Crimson's going to block them off. Beefcake just behind them, just in time, and Alice at the back. Wurs had a bad bounce there. It'll take a second bad bounce and get stuck. Means Snorker's going to move up to 2nd and will now chase down Budo. Wurs now got Diamond Swords and Pesky Bird gaining. Could be at risk of losing more positions. Diamond Swords carrying some good speed behind Boer. They bounce into the spinners. Diamond Swords out in front, Pesky Bird side by side, Boer dropping a couple of positions. Stormy just behind along with Demon. There's a battle for first going on between Budo and Snorker as they are also side by side up at the front. Snorker with the fastest lap currently. The front two are trying to break away. Everyone else is fairly grouped together. Snorker's managed to sneak in front of Budo. Was into the main spinner first. Diamond Swords go on the outside, but Stormy is going to block them. Pesky Bird, Space Comet and Demon side by side. Barto sneaks through. Crimson around the outside. Also, Beefcake has dropped all the way to the back of the pack. But just in time, and Alice gaining a position. Alice dropping to the back now as Beefcake sneaks through. Up at the front, Snorker's making a breakaway. Budo's also trying to break away from 3rd place. Boer is closely followed by Stormy. Both making it into the spinner together. Stormy cutting in front of Boer. And is going to make it stick. Then Diamond Sword, Space Comet, Demon, Pesky Bird, all very close together. So into the next set of obstacles, Snorker making easy work of the triangles. Stormy going around the outside, getting past Budo. A collision forces them both to slow down, but Boer also colliding with the obstacle. Budo gets set back, means Stormy's going to go around the outside. Can they keep this as Budo lunges for the inside? Doesn't make it in time. Stormy secures 2nd. Budo into 3rd. Boer with a good bounce. Space Comet not so much, gets set back, meaning Barto's actually going to get past them. So Barto making their way up the pack now. Slowing down Comet, which had a knock-on effect to Pesky Bird, Demon and Dazza. So Barto trying to break away from that pack. Then chase down Boer and Diamond Swords, who have both collided, slowing them down. Space Comet's going to lunge up the inside. A very good line by Space Comet. Just get in front of Diamond Swords for a second, but they get that position back. Pesky Bird just in time. Alice. Beefcake moving to the back and having some trouble. Demon and Crimson outside of the points. Just in time up into the points, but only just. Up towards the front. Snorker still holding the fastest lap in the lead. Stormy chasing down Budo. They've got Diamond Swords and Space Comet side by side, closely followed by Boer. Barto's holding off just in time. Pesky Bird, Dazzler and Alice making a bit of a queue. This is a chance for Crimson and Demon to try and gain some time on them. Stormy still trying to gain on Budo. Diamond Swords into the spinner. Space Comet not getting in quite as well. Boyer's going to take the inside line. Jumps in front of Space Comet, slowing them down. Barto with a good launch out of the spinner. So at the moment, chat hoping for a DNF by Barto, who's currently in 7th, trying to pick up some extra points. Stormy collides with Budo, trying to get past but doesn't make it work. Diamond Swords coming into the spinner now, followed by Boer, Space Comet, Pesky Bird and Barto. Barto getting slowed down quite a bit. The spinner will give him a push, but Daz is going to jump in front just in time, try to do the same, but doesn't make it work. Alice past Crimson. Now trying to look at passing just in time, but they're just out of reach. Barto's moved down to 9th. Boer's trying to gain on Pesky Bird. Pesky Bird having some trouble with the obstacles. Barto's going to fly through, but with a bump from Boer is going to slow them down. They do make it through clean. That has pushed Barto all the way up to 5th. So a big gain in points with that position change. Boer with a bad bounce loses speed. Dazzler and Pesky Bird go through. Boer's going to get past Pesky Bird, who got pushed back by Dazzler. Alice is going to block Dazzler out. Space Comet is on the tail of Barto. Will get past, so will Alice. So Barto's going to drop a couple of positions with that move. Collision between Alice and Space Comet puts Alice in a bad situation. While up at the front, Budo, followed by Diamond Swords and Stormy, are breaking away from the main pack. Snorker with the fastest lap, way off in the lead. As Barto, Dazzler and Space Comet come across the line, and we are halfway through this race. So as we head back up to the front runners, Diamond Swords fighting with Budo, Stormy losing a bit of time. Snorker using this to try and break away further and further into the lead. So far looking good for Snorker, but not looking too good for Beefcake or Demon. So Diamond Swords is going to stay on the tail of Budo. Budo's going to try and make some distance. Then we've got Dazzler, Boer, Barto, Alice, Crimson, Pesky Bird, Space Comet just in time, and Beefcake. And then Demon with a bit of a gap out at the back. Big bounce for Pesky Bird and Crimson. Means Space Comet just in time, get past Crimson. Tried to get past Pesky Bird as well, but couldn't make it work. The point system is also in the Discord for reference. Dazzler, Boer, Barto just holding off Alice, Space Comet just in time, Pesky Bird, Crimson, Beefcake and Demon. Going into the triangles, Barto having some trouble, gets hit by Comet to help them out. Blocks out just in time, Space Comet having some trouble. There's a bit of a pile up. Losing time for Pesky Bird. Beefcake just having trouble on their own trying to get through these obstacles. Demon gaining some time, but will have to do more than that to try and get up into the points. The point scoring positions are the top 10. The Crimson is currently the last person within the points. As we go on to lap 6, Snorker in the lead, Diamond Swords 2nd, Budo 3rd, Stormy 4th, Dazzler 5th, Boer 6th, Alice 7th, Barto being tailed by just in time across the line. Space Comet just behind the two of them. Crimson's going to try and sneak through, but getting caught up in the spinner does slow Pesky Bird down a bit, which means Beefcake gets a good run up on Pesky Bird. But a lot of focus on Barto at the moment. Currently not in a big point scoring position. Sitting in 8th. Crimson, Pesky Bird and Beefcake all very close together. But all of them just outside of the points. Up at the front, it looks like Diamond Swords has passed Snorker. So Diamond Swords has gone up into first place. So it's looking good for the Dogeballs. Be some big points in it if they can hold off that first position from Snorker. Stormy holding 3rd, trying to keep Budo away. Budo's going to try and sneak through, and they do. So Budo moves up to 3rd, Stormy down to 4th, Dazza in 5th, Boer coming through in 6th, Alice closely followed by Barto. So Barto get the inside line and move up, just in time doing the same. That pushes Alice down a couple of positions. Then Space Comet, Crimson, Pesky Bird and Beefcake side by side, and then Demon still tailing behind. At the back, so Snorker and Diamond Sword side by side, fighting for that top spot. Snorker gets the better line with a bounce off Diamond Swords. Stormy going the inside line around Budo. Budo's got some good speed, but not enough to keep Stormy back. Then a big hit there pinches Stormy forward, so Stormy's going to move into 3rd, Budo into 4th, Daz at 5th. Was just behind just in time. And Alice, Barto, Space Comet, Beefcake and Pesky Bird all still fairly close together. The Snorker reclaiming the lead and still holding that fastest lap. Diamond Swords in 2nd. As we go on to lap 7. Budo in 3rd, Stormy and Dazza side by side. Dazza's going to try and cut through. Stormy gets the better line. Just in time gets a good line as well. May pass Stormy as well as Dazza. The inside of the next corner, but Stormy has a better line into the following corner. Stormy holds that position just in time in front of Dazza. And Boer closely followed by Alice. Budo losing a bit of time. See Diamond Swords very close to Snorker right now. But it's not enough. Snorker's going to keep hold of that lead. Budo with a bad hit on the spin. I mean, Stormy's going to go up the inside just in time to go try and do the same, but gets squeezed out. Dazza colliding with just in time, trying to take a spot. Budo getting set back means just in time is going to nudge them and get in front. So is Dazza. So Budo losing a couple of spots as Stormy breaks away in 3rd. Just in time, Dazza and Budo close together. A big bounce by Dazza means Boer's going to come through and steal that spot. Then Alice, Beefcake now in front of Barto. Barto's in 10th, gets past Beefcake. Space Comet gets past as well. So that pushes Beefcake out of the points. And then Crimson has now moved to the back behind Demon. So it's not looking good for Crimson or Demon at the moment. So the Rapid Rollers actually getting knocked out of the top 3. So they'll be hoping to try and pick up some big points in this race. So we see Stormy coming through to take 2nd. Budo trying to do the same, but getting caught up on a triangle. Diamond Sword is going to squeeze Stormy backwards, putting them at risk of being overtaken by Budo. Dazza and Boer fighting for a position. Diamond Sword's really trying to fight to keep that 2nd place now, with Stormy and Budo right on their tail. This Stormy with a bad bounce means Budo's going to come through. Diamond Sword's now right behind Snorker. Budo into 3rd. So Diamond Sword's riding over the spinner slightly, down the middle. will be side by side with Snorker into the first corner, who will have the better line. Diamond Swords with the better line to the first bend, but Snorker carries more speed into the second. Will keep hold of that first place and still holding the extra point on the fastest lap. Diamond Swords looking for a way past. Meanwhile, behind them, Stormy's dropped a few positions. Dazza just in time, Stormy, Boer, Alice, then Pesky Bird, then Barto. Barto only just hanging on to the points. Diamond Sword still trying to look for a way past Snorker. Boer gets a good line, creating a bit of distance from Alice, who has now got Pesky Bird hot on their tail. Meanwhile, Crimson is falling away at the back. This Snorker closely followed by Diamond Swords. Buddo being closely followed by Dazza and Just in Time. Stormy being followed by Boer and Alice. So you could still see quite a few big position changes up at the front before the end of this race, as Diamond Swords moves up into first place past Snorker. Space Comet gets past Beefcake, but still just outside of the points. A bit of a way to go to get up to Barto. The Diamond Swords doing well through the triangle section. Snorker gets bumped, giving them a bit of a speed boost, but Diamond Swords comes out in front. Buddo in third, Dazza in fourth, Just in Time and Boer side by side. A big bounce by Just in Time, but they block out Boer. Stormy just behind them. Boer gets slowed down, being pinched against the wall. And Pesky Bird, Alice and Barto also still close together. So some battling has slowed Snorker down, putting them at risk of getting overtaken by Buddo. But has allowed Diamond Sword to try and make a bit of a breakaway as we go on to lap 9. A big hit into the spinner. Some collisions between Snorker and Buddo. Buddo gets past Just in Time now, close behind Snorker. So Snorker looking at risk here to lose some positions, but a good pinch by Just in Time allows Snorker to gain on Buddo, setting Just in Time at risk of being overtaken by Dazza. Buddo blocks Snorker. But Diamond Swords is losing time on Buddo. Could Buddo be looking to do a late play for that top spot? A big bounce from the spinner. Diamond Swords gets through. Buddo getting pushed wide means Snorker's going to reclaim that second place, just in time to get in front of Dazza. Buddo pinching Snorker into the back of Diamond Swords. Could have made a lunge up the inside, but it was covered. So that gives them both a boost away from Buddo. Big hit on the wall though for Snorker's going to slow them down. Means Buddo's going to come through and get second place back again. Snorker down to third. Just in time fourth. Dazza fifth. Pesky Bird trying to gain some positions up into 6th. Alice 7th. Stormy 8th. Barto 9th. Space Comet 10th. Boer has moved all the way down to 14th. It's actually stuck stationary. So lap 9 of the race and Boer has managed to get themselves stuck, going from inside of the points to last position and most likely a DNF. So a big F for Boer. Meanwhile, the battle is heating up at the front as Buddo has moved up into first. Diamond Swords having some trouble colliding with Just in Time and the triangles. Means Buddo and Snorker are now fighting for that top spot. Snorker manages to cut in front of Buddo. Buddo in second. Diamond Swords now down to third. Just in Time in fourth. Dazza is close behind in fifth. Then Alice and Pesky Bird are side by side. Alice in front of Pesky Bird. Pesky Bird will give them a pinch. Then we have Stormy, Barto and Space Comet making up the point scoring positions. Looks like everyone is going around Boer at the moment. The Boer is going to remain stuck there and has secured a DNF. Space Comet set them free, but I don't think there's going to be enough time for Boer to actually get finish on this race as we go on to the final lap. Diamond Swords and Just in Time side by side into the first corner. Just in Time managing to collide with Diamond Swords and get just in front. Snorker and Budo side by side trying to fight for the lead. Snorker trying to break away on this final lap. Budo not far behind, then Just in Time and Diamond Swords close together. Then we have Dazza, Alice, Peskybird, Stormy and Barto all fairly close together. There's still a chance for some position changes on this final lap if they play it right. So Barto's trying to look for a spot past Stormy, but is having trouble going into the back of Stormy there. Stormy getting a push into the spinner, getting in front of Peskybird. Barto now just behind Peskybird. They are very close together. Snorker trying to break away with that lead. Diamond Swords right behind Just in Time. Alice tailing Dazza. Stormy with a bad bounce. Peskybird is now right behind them with Barto following. It looks like it's probably going to be race over for, as I was about to say, Crimson almost going off the track. There's a bad bounce, meaning Beefcake has actually moved up into the points. But I think it'll be race over for Demon at this point. They are too far back to do anything. But having some trouble with Diamond Swords. Trying to get through these triangles. Snorker's made loads of time to break away in first, Just in Time in second. Bido in third, Diamond Swords just behind in fourth. Stormy blocking out Dazza will take that spot, moving up to sixth. Alice in fifth. As we're coming round to the last few corners of this race. Will there be any changes up at the top? Just in Time going around the outside of Snorker as Snorker runs a bit slow around that bend. But Just in Time moves up to first as we're coming round to the final bend of the track. Just in Time in the lead, Snorker in second, Budo in third. Coming down to the final straight, it looks like Just in Time will take the win. Snorker in second, Budo third. Diamond Swords will take fourth. Alice will come through with fifth. Stormy's going to take sixth, picking up some points for Vexed. Dazza will come through in seventh. The Rapid Rollers struggling as we go into the second half of this season. Then Beefcake, Barto, Peskybird and Crimson. Crimson actually taking the fastest lap as well. Then Space Comet in 12th. Demon will come through in 13th. And Boer will have 60 seconds to get around the track, or it will be a DNF. So because of that fastest lap steal, no one will be getting points for the fastest lap, as Crimson is outside of the top 10 point scoring positions. But we will go over to our winner of the race Just in Time with a great performance on that final lap, just managing to get into the lead. They've had two exciting endings to races today. Follow Boer on his adventure not to DNF. We can take a look at Boer and see if they can make it round. Speed things up to quick time. See if Boer can make it round before the DNF. As they are the last one coming round to take a place. Not doing too bad on this lap as well, and they do manage to actually make it in time. So over to our winner. Just in Time taking the win. Snorker with a strong race, just manages to come out in second, unfortunately just missing out on that first spot. Bido and Diamond Swords both doing really well for that whole race also. Now Beefcake and Barto not doing too great, but they do have time to work with. So Barto in 9th, Beefcake in 8th. Not bad from starting at the very back of the grid. So I'm going to enter in these results and we'll take a look at where the teams are on the leaderboard in just a couple of minutes. So the results have been entered. And there's not a lot of movement going on at the top currently, but it is getting closer. So head over to the leaderboard and take a look. So, Speed Demons with no extra points for that fastest lap, as Crimson finished outside of the top 10. The Thunderhawks still holding that top spot with 68 points. The Finishers still in second with 57. Espresso Express still in third, but only a 1 point difference as they have 56 points thanks to that third place. And Beefcake finishing down in 8th means that Espresso Express are only 1 point away from second place. Then the Rapid Rollers are in 4th with 45 points. Ultraviolets with 33 points, the Snowballs with 31, Speed Demons with 28, the Dogeballs and the Astronauts are tied with 24, making up the rest of our top 10. Then Balls of Steel with 23, Green Slushies with 20, Vexed with 13, and Eternal Darkness at the bottom with 10, struggling to get many points in this season. Vexed managing to pick up some points, but still struggling to get up into that top 10. Green Slushies also outside of the points, struggling to pick up enough points. With Boer getting stuck, they are dropping outside of the top 10. Beefcake says too close for their liking. It is getting closer. Very strong start to the season, but we'll need to keep that consistency up as we go into the second half. You're wanting to hold that second place or try and push first and try and knock Barto with the Thunderhawks out of that top spot. But this has made Barto, well, first place achievable. Try to think of where I was going with that sentence. With Barto finishing in 9th, it's made first place even closer. So with just 68 points, it's more achievable. So will Barto get back into the swing of things in the second half of this season with those 3 wins in the first half? Will the finishers be able to get their consistency back? Or will Espresso Express with Budo be able to push their way up into second or first? Or maybe someone else will. Maybe someone else will come out of nowhere, be saving it all for that second half. Shady getting blinded by ads. Maybe don't have them so bright. Or you could sub for ad previewing. There's always that option, and that'll help me out as well. Just putting that one out there. But anyway, that'll be it for this stream. There are 4 races to go before we find out which team is going to be crowned as the Season 1 team champion. And they'll get bragging rights as the best team until the team Season 2. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next one.